Hi, hoping you're okay. My name is Fernando Sierra Contreras from the Group 1001, and this is my oral project. Enjoy it. These are the top 5 best and the worst transportations around the globe. Now, starting first with the best, obviously, that it's the London Underground. Now, this transport isn't sustainable, but it is moved by electric trains. This also is the oldest underground railway in the world. The air pollution in this country is regular. It's bearable by the sounds, but nothing boring. Also, the traffic in this underground is excessive, being conquered most of the time. The next one is the Tokyo Metro. Fortunately, this transport is sustainable and it uses electricity to move. This is the busiest subway in the world, moving around 3.16 billion of the people by year. It is like a quarter part of the global population. Just that you make an idea of how much people it is. The environmental education in this country is excellent, getting a good quality of air. As I mentioned, the traffic in this subway is the biggest in the world, so it's very conquered. Now, the next one is also in Asia. It's the Hong Kong Railway. This is the main transport of one of the biggest cities in the world. It uses a high-speed rail link connecting main cities in this country. The air pollution in the city is bad. This is a consequence of being the capital of the city of the country with more people in the world. And also, the traffic in this town is immeasurable. Now, let's talk about other one that is in Europe. That it's the U-Bahn in Berlin. This is the main and the spine of the transportation in the city. It counts with 175 stations. The subway west of Berlin have 9 lines and a total run of 148 kilometers. The air quality in this town is ranked also like a good, but it's not perfect. And the public transportation in this country is well developed. Now passing a little bit closer in the Paris Metro. This metro counts with 211 kilometers of rails, which works in 16 lines. It is the third largest in Europe, just above the route that is from London to Madrid. This metro uses a fuel automated system. This way, they are cutting back the human error. Now, the air quality in this town is defined as a respirable particulate matter. This means that it's not the best, but it can be better. But it's not also like the worst thing in the world. Now, we just talk about the 5 best. Now, let's talk about the 5 worst. Starting with the worst, that it's ubicated in one of the most populated countries in the world. That is the India. Now, this transportation is named the India Killer Trains. Maybe you're asking why this name? Now, let me explain you. This is not just because it sounds funny or that kind of stuff. No. This is because about 5,000 people have lost their lives between 2015 and 2017. Just imagine how much people have died since that date since now. Now, on these railways, the technology used in this are very archaic. By consequences, their pollution in this city is one of the worst in the world. This one is ubicated in New Delhi, the capital of the India, and one of the most contaminated cities in the world. Next one, we have the Norway Dogs Leading. This one is not very mysterious with their name. It is what it sounds like. You are getting pulled by dogs. That. Now, it's kind of sustainable because at the same time that you are not wasting resources of the world, and that it's in certain ways cruel if you think about it, because you are using the life to move. Now, this is also used in mainly in countries with snow, like can be Oslo, like we are seeing, or Canada, like in Oslo. But it is just used in extreme cases. It's not just a casual thing that you can do every day. Now, next one, we have the tuk-tuks in Bangkok. The tuk-tuks are popular around the Asian countries, and Bangkok is not an exception. These transportations creates a big part of the pollution in these countries. The tuk-tuks are like motorcycles, but you can have more passengers in it. Now, this is very used It's a very used way of transporting in these countries, but it is not the most environmental way to travel. Now we have the New York subway. Maybe you are wondering why is this very famous way of transporting in this place? And it is not because of the efficiency of that kind of things. No, it is here for the insecurity and the cases of violence in these ones. Because it is not like the movies or the series that they want you to make you look like, look, New York is perfect. No, it is not. And also, like they want to show us in the series and the movies, New York is not the paradise. It is also one of the worst, have one of the worst air quality city pollution in the world because of the massive amount of traffic in this zone. You have a lot of cars, a lot of subways, a lot of stuff like that. Now, next one, and for the last one, we have the Pakistan train. This transport is in here because of all the bad stuff that it have. It is, in my opinion, the worst of all. Because, for example, in this train in particular, this main of transportation, throw about 11 millions of tons of freight to the air. And also, the trains are old and damaged. And then, if you can get into one that it's a very difficult work, you have to pass to unnecessary official checks, a really bad service, a lot of delays, and of course, a potential terrorist violence in the country because of all of the delicate theme of this in the zone. Well, that was all for my part. Thanks a lot, and hope you have a great day. Thank you.